truth. Often it's hard to find the truth. Sometimes it leaves you blind. The truth, it brings you to the light.
We're bringing you to the light.
The truth, showing you wrong from right.
Showing you wrong from right. Yes, sir. We back. Season 1, cycle. Let's go get this stuff. We need the truth in this league. Too many fake demos. Drop it. What's up? Coach Paulie here, DaTruth around the SML, the godfather of all SML shows, and you can tell we're the godfather because we don't get up too often these days, right, to put out a show. So, hey, this is DaTruth around the SML. First, I want to start off by saying this show is not for everyone, all right? If you're sensitive, this is a disclaimer. If you're sensitive, you go tell the principal when you're in high school about somebody bullying you. You go tell your boss when somebody's treating you the wrong way. This show ain't for you. And this show ain't for the squirrels in the SML either. Those that go report to Prime about every little thing. Squirrels, tune out now, okay? Because I don't like squirrels, all right? And I know who you are, and I've seen the DMs, and I it is what it is. I'll leave it at that. Squirrels, tune out now also. So on today's show, I'm going to welcome on a great caller, one of my buddies here, a guy that I see a lot like me, just from a different state, obviously. And then we're going to ask him some questions, some very interesting questions, actually, because I know he'll bring the truth. And then, actually, I'm going to keep him on for a little while, more than usual, because he's special. He's going to give you we're going to go around the SML and give you what's going on as far as standings. And also, we're going to give you our division winners for the cycle, which I usually do in my first show. I think last year I had 92% correct. So out of 8 seasons, who wins the most division titles? And that can kind of give you a heads up on who the dominant players are going to be in the SML. So that being said, I'm going to play the intro music for our guest here, and let's see if you can figure out who it is.
Y'all call it home, but you can call it Tennessee. Rolling on them back roads, slow and pine. Sipping on that moonshine all the time. Party in the backyard, yours or mine. Either way, we just kicking it in Tennessee. Rolling.
Yes, sir. Tennessee, here we go. We got Tiny Titan on the line. Tiny, you there?
I'm here, Paulie. What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? What's going on? This craziness going on in SML. That's what's going on, man. I'm glad to be back. Glad you can take time out of your busy vacation schedule and playing Prime and your preparation. I know you're dialed in. Before we go on to the questions I have for you, first time ever on The Truth, and I know you keep it real. You're going to ask what the people want to know. What do people want to know? You got one question. What do you want to ask?
Oh, is this when you want me to ask you a question, Paulie?
Yeah, that's what I just said. Tiny,
right.
come on.
Are you sure you want me to ask you this question?
Oh yeah, I want you to ask the question. I don't run from anything, man. This is the truth. I don't run from anything. Sometimes I don't address it in chat because Prime tells me not to, but I'm gonna address it now. What is it? What do you want to ask? That's so important.
All right, man. So I'm not going to say you may know the game yet.
Yep.
But we all know you're better than this.
Yep.
Are you taking?
Okay, first and foremost, with the Bucks and the Lions are a different situation, and I'm going to play at that. The Bucks, I had a stacked team. I just needed one position. The Lions, I have 2 good players, and I need the rest of the team. So I don't know how tanking's going to do anything, especially when I have a top 3 pick already in my pocket that I'm getting rid of, and I have offers. So first and foremost, okay, do I want a 10 where I usually am, maybe 15, right? That's where I usually draft, or do I want like a 6 or 7 pick? Maybe, but is it worth getting embarrassed by Grams? No. Is it worth getting embarrassed by DW? Hell no. Is it worth getting embarrassed by, who's the other guys in my, Gouda? No. Biz? No. Meats? Especially no. That little guy? Come on, man. I'd be embarrassed. I want to win. But right now, I'm struggling with passing. And in Prime, I blame you for my downfall. I blame at least 50% because you told me that all elite passers in this year are going to use freeform. And I've been using freeform for every pass. And I connect on barely any of them, and I'm just trying it out this season because you told me if I want to be elite, then I have to use it. But why am I trying to be elite when I was never elite? So that's my mistake. I take credit for that. But no, I'm just going every game. If you see my last game, I'm throwing picks where last game I could complete those. So I have to fix something. If anybody has something they can help me with, please DM me because I'm struggling right now. I can't run. I can't pass. My QB gets sacked. I get sacked after my first read. I'm just struggling on the reads. And yeah, I don't have time, but I'm not going to blame it on the time. You know, because Madden, for me, if I can't prepare, I can't win. And I haven't had time to prepare for my opponents. And when I do, I think I can get my record above 10 wins. Okay? And that's my prediction, and that's the truth. And Tiny, I got nothing more for you, man. That's I'm going to tell you from the heart. And Prime knows my situation because I was in 2 leagues, and that was the biggest mistake I ever did because they played on different settings. And I was all messed up for a long time. But now I'm trying to settle down and get my head straight. And that's all I got to say. If you believe me, great. If you don't, go F off. I don't really care. Because it's the truth. So, first question for you, Tiny. How do you like your team so far this cycle? I had them last cycle. I really liked them. How do you like them?
I like them. They've got some very young talent all across the board. Daniel Jones isn't awful, not great. I did go ahead and re-sign him to $4 million a year. I mean, even if it doesn't work out, oh well. I can
went with him all cycle. I went with him. He can dink and dunk, Tiny. Don't get into, maybe this cycle's a little different because you need QBs, but don't get into that trap where all the major players are going for superstar QBs and all that. But I think you'll do well if you just, play West Coast style offense, dink and dunk.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm looking at. And, of course, running the ball a lot with Elijah. I missed a breakout game this year. It really hurts. It would have been nice to get him the superstar like halfway through the season. But, maybe we'll get another chance. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, he's had 400 or 500-yard games, a couple other games that was real close. Definitely not Saquon, but, I got a couple assets out of that. So we'll see. I'm really excited to see how second season looks once these younger guys start developing a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good, man. I love the Giants. I love the outside linebacker who was a superstar last season. Last name with the O, I forget his name, but Ojolari or whatever it was. Is he still a superstar?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
But yeah, I moved him to an end.
Okay.
I'm running a 4-3.
All right, gotcha. Yeah, that's a good move. All right, next question. What are some weaknesses and something you need in the offseason you need to add desperately?
Linebackers. Now I know it's a joke for everybody, but I need a user linebacker. Other than that, though, the rest of the team is basically, ready to go. They just got to progress a little bit and keep going and not have their morale down to -4 halfway through the season because I'm losing the first 6 games. That really hurts right off the bat.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah, that team was good off the bat. Great receivers overall. And, like I said, yeah, you definitely that's one position. That's one position I'm going to be looking at, too, because my linebackers are all in the 64s, I think, or 65s, maybe 171. So, all right, so next question for you. Who makes the most Super Bowls in the NFC? As we know, the AFC is a snore fest because Prime's just going to run through everybody pretty much. Maybe Faz here and there, but it's going to be a snore fest. At least NFC, there could be, some more of a difference in the winners at the end. Who you see making the most Super Bowls?
So I probably would have said Q, but I don't know what the score's at right now. I've been out of the room for about 10, 12 minutes, and Q just got a pick on Clinky, but he was up like 21 points. Yeah. So, Clinky's been good as well. But you got to say Dan, right? I mean, that's the one you got to go with.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. Okay, so Dan, boring Dan, and I wish I could be boring and win like him. I'll tell you that, man. Wow, if I could do that and not have the temptation of throwing it, and throwing picks, like Dan really doesn't do that. Dan, can you save me and take away my temptation, please? I know you can do that for others. Can you do that for me, please?
And I know how you feel, Paulie. Like, it sucks because, like, I want to be that guy that runs the ball, 65, 70% of the time and pass just when I have to.
Yeah.
And then whenever I have 125 yards rushing on 19 carries and we just started the second half, I'm like, man, I kind of have to pass.
Yeah,
I feel like
exactly.
I'm being
That's exactly where I am, Tiny. That's exactly where I am. And passing it, I don't even know what to do. I'm so confused on the passing. Like, some routes are jumped and some don't get jumped. I just don't get it. I just feel in previous years I've been more in tune. I don't know if that's the age or I don't know what it is, Tiny, but if you watch the games, I'm just lost. I'm not doing anything that I shouldn't be doing. I'm just like lost on passing aspect. I mean, a dummy could run.
Maybe I was when I played Prime last night in Primer. of course, I ended up winning that game, but I had Pat Mahomes,
Yeah.
luckily,
Yeah.
to save me from 4 picks that I probably would have thrown with any other quarterback. But that's besides the point. I noticed, even though he had Herbert, there's some plays he had that is like 3rd and 16s that he had a legit shot of getting or did get.
Yeah.
He knows some of the routes in this game that really work. And so, I mean, I don't know how much he would let you in on that or not,
Who,
but
Prime?
I mean, he might help you out. I don't
He
know.
does. We practice so much, and by the way, guys, this cycle is his cycle because he's putting more time in and he wants it because he knows after this cycle there are things coming in his life to change. And I'm not gonna let how I know that if I didn't have a conference call or not, or did I with him about everything, but that's why he's putting so much in the cycle because he wants to win at least 6 out of 8. And I think he can do that. He's putting a lot more time. And I practiced with him. I was good until, preseason hit for me. And then I stopped playing like I usually, I played with Prime a couple times a week, to get me ready. But obviously it helped him and didn't help me too much. So next question for you. As the questions go on, they get a little bit, more dicey. So, this one's not too bad. Do you use freeform passing at all? And what are your thoughts on it?
I do not. I use the one, I can't remember what it's even called, but it's the one kind of in between where you can move it around a little bit. The reticle doesn't move very much. So it's basically the same thing from other Maddens. You can just see where the reticle is going to be.
And pretty much you don't press L2 at all, right?
No, I've tried it, and it's just, I feel like it's too much to try.
Yes.
Some of these guys can do it.
Yes.
Faz and them. I feel like it's just
Tiny.
too much at one time.
Yes, exactly. I get confused, and then I get confused with what button I'm throwing to.
Yeah, it's a lot. I'm sure, I mean, everybody in the league is good enough probably to figure it out if they worked on it for a while, but it's like there's enough in the game already. I can just, lead or, throw it, push down and throw it short to make sure it gets in front of them, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I even got my Mahomes in primer. I ain't fooling with it. I just don't have time with it. I'm sorry.
No, I get you. No, the same thing. I'm next season. I think I'm just abandoning it. And then I'm not also the guy like Prime tells me use it on certain throws. I can't trigger in my head each play which throw I shouldn't. I can't react fast enough. You know what I mean? It just doesn't happen with me.
Yeah. No, I totally get it. Like I said, that's just something else you got to add in your head while you're also trying to read a defense before the snap, and then once the snap goes, watching where the safety goes. It's way too much for me at one time.
Yeah, no, I get you. All right, number 5, we have 6 questions for you, and then you're going to bring us around the league. So your thoughts on being replaced on Total Access by the toe sucker and Prime's, pretty much BITACA, you know what I mean? So what's your thoughts on that, man?
It's all right. It's whatever. I'm the one that didn't really have a lot of time for it at the time, and then my schedule changed where I was working second shift, so I wasn't getting home until like 3 a.m. on Fridays, so I wasn't able to get up at 9 a.m. my time to get up and make the show. I think I missed like 2 or 3 just oversleeping. Matt needs to be more combative though. Like,
I
feel like
he's a total.
He's always like,
yeah,
Prime, you're right. That's exactly what you should do.
Yeah,
you're exactly right.
Yeah, he is too nice.
But
of
Matt,
a guy.
so Matt has good insight a lot of the times, and Dan's kind of like a churchy version of you. He will always tell the truth, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, Matt's always just going to kind of follow behind his daddy over there.
No, daddy. Oh yeah, don't say that. He's gonna get excited when he listens to the show. So please don't say daddy too many times. So last question, easy question here. Who is the one guy in the SML other than KJ that you would take to a Super Bowl? Say you got tickets to a random Super Bowl. It doesn't even have to be the Titans because I know who you would take. Just you got tickets and you're not taking your family. You're taking somebody from the SML. Why would you take them and why?
Man, that's tough.
Tell the truth. We don't hurt no feelings here.
So can I say 3 and then because there's 3 guys here that I'm pretty close. They're sort of close with. We talk quite a bit. NYT, of course.
Yeah.
And I'll give you 3 reasons. NYT, of course, because he's my Titans fan.
Yeah.
Prime, of course. I know we're division rivals, but me and him have always kind of talked a little bit on the side and got along.
Yeah, no.
Then,
well, if you did that for Prime, it'd probably be a no boot pass for life in the SML. By the way, so that's good.
Yeah. And then the other one is Faz. Me and Faz really hit it off.
Faz?
Yep. Yeah, me and Faz hit it off at the meetup. We talked quite a bit. We get along too. We talk in DMs every now and then. But even though he's a Jacksonville fan, I still can't figure out why. Me and him, we kind of hit it off, and he's one of my favorites in the SML. Paulie, you're right there too, by the way.
Oh,
I just don't know if you would.
Yeah, I'm good. I'd probably get you arrested, so you don't want to
So,
bring me.
but see, well, I don't know if you'd want to go to a Super Bowl.
Oh,
You've probably been to like 6 already,
I've
right?
been
I
to
mean, Tom
two,
Brady's got
but
some.
yeah, it depends who's playing in it, you know. But Faz, yeah, Faz is a cool dude. Good, you know. A lot of people think I dislike him and stuff. I think this cycle I'm liking him a lot more because he's more he's not so much of a Madden aficionado. He's more of an, I don't know if that wedding changed his view with a girl. He's more normal now. He's losing games. I like normalcy. I like normal people doing normal things. And now he's a good athlete. He's a good head on his shoulders. I appreciate him, you know.
Yeah, that was one other thing you said about the athlete. I seen the dude swing a golf club, and it looked like he was swinging a damn sledgehammer. It was unreal.
Yeah, no, like guys like
Well,
that.
also, but I was comparing it to Prime's golf swing at the same time. I don't
Oh
know if you've
yeah,
seen that or not.
Prime. I like him because you know he's a great commissioner. It's other reasons why I like people, you know. But yeah, Faz, he's a good dude. You know, if I had to meet somebody, I think we'd get along in public. You know, even though I put on, you know, it's the Paulie persona and you know, chat, but. You know, we'll see. We'll see what it goes. All right, so that's 6 questions. Let's run it around the league. I know you got a big game coming up, so let's run around the league here. We're going to go AFC North. I'll tell you the current standings, and then we'll go your cycle predictions out of 8 seasons, okay? So first, we're going to go the North. Bengals at 9-6, Browns at 8-7, Steelers are 4-11, and Ravens are 1-13. So I'll give you my cycle predictions right now. I'm going Rice No Beans with 5 division titles, and I'm going Noel Fall Off the Roof Overlord with 3. Okay, go ahead. What do you think about that?
I can agree with that. I'm pretty close to the same there. The only wild card there is I don't know if Fields going to stay around the whole cycle. I mean, his schedule is so rough.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if he's had to give up forced wins or not this season so far or not, but you know he's always having a hard time getting his game scheduled because of his schedule.
Yeah.
So I mean, if we get one of these random cats from Primer that are really good and get the Ravens, who knows? But yeah, I would say Double Rice No Bean actually has the edge. Would at least win 4 or 5. And then Humpty Dumpty, yeah, he would be right there behind them.
All right, next division, AFC South. We got the Colts currently, blah, 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 15-0, as we know. We got the Jaguars, 11-4 with Faz. You know, he's right where I thought he would be this early, maybe a little bit better. And then we got the Texans, RD, 8-6. Then we got the Titans, NYT at 5-9. So my predictions, my cycle predictions, I have the Colts winning 6 and the Jags winning 2, and both of the other ones winning no division titles. What do you think about that?
I'm going to say Colts with 5, Jags with 2, Texans with 1. But I do think NYT hits the wild card a couple times this cycle.
Yeah, I can see that. Wild, he's good enough where he can do that, you know. But you know, you can't, you can't not forget about, you can't forget about the GOAT. You know, can't forget about the GOAT. All right.
Yeah, I mean, it's very possible he wins all of them.
Yeah.
I don't know, but Faz obviously has turned it up a little bit. I don't know exactly what his whole schedule entails. His schedule may have softened up, but I think he's figuring it out. And his quarterback's going to only get better, and if he's figuring out free-form, that's pretty scary for the rest of the league.
Oh yeah, yeah, no doubt. No, I agree with you there. Next, I'm gonna have a little bit to say about here. We're gonna have to take a break in the show just so I can address this. So Jets 11-4, Mad Bomber, as we think he would dominate this division because this is kind of a I don't know. I'm not gonna say soft division, but you know it's not the best division. Bills DW 6-8. We got the Weasel Finns at 6-9. And we got my boy Figs at 4-11. My cycle prediction here, divisional is, let's see. I got the Jets sweeping this division. Nobody else even coming close. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that sounds like a safe bet. Unless DW figures it out. Prime's coming out with a breakdown next day or two, I think he said, for DW. So we'll see if that helps him out any. DW's, I mean, just a solid player. So I feel like he's going to figure it out at some point. But then you got Bomber with a team that's pretty much just like the Giants, maybe even younger, and just going to keep getting better and better. And then Fins, he started off hot, but I don't know what happened.
We got a name for him later in the show. You know, I'm going to introduce a new segment to the show. Has to do a lot with, Fins, my boy Fins there. You know, he reminds me of Tiny. Like, roaming the sidelines on a Friday night game, he reminds me of the guy that's best friends with a quarterback who holds the water and holds the QB's chain and stuff. And then when the QB or the running back makes a big hit, he's the first one to get in the guy's face. And then when the guy gets up, he runs away and looks for the guy to defend him. That's what I think Fins is, and that's good. Hey, everybody needs a role in life. But I'll go over that later.
Did you see that 40 he ran, though?
Yeah, it was pretty impressive, to be honest.
It was.
But he was like a cross-country kid or something like that. So those cross-country kids, they can run straight pretty good. I don't know if they can do anything else, right?
Hey, don't we talk about those cross-country kids? KJ was one, too. Okay?
Yeah, but KJ, look at KJ. Come on. KJ's like the supermodel. I heard a lot about the meetup where, he was the number one rated male there. I heard. I wasn't saying I was there.
Yeah,
right?
well.
So okay. Now next we got the West, AFC West. We got the Broncos 12-3, smartest guy in the room. We got the Chargers, the feet smeller 11-4, the Chiefs 4-10, and the Raiders 2-13. For this cycle, I have the Broncos winning 5, and I got the Chargers winning 3, and I got the other 2 winning 0. What do you think about that cycle prediction?
I actually think Matt's going to pick it up next,
Really?
which picking it up saying a lot because he's right there with him this season anyway. Mm-hmm. I think Matt will win more than QB does, just because QB's kind of came out of nowhere. Not came out of nowhere. He used to be a good player, and then last cycle, when he came back, he was kind of and then all of a sudden he's really good. All of a sudden this cycle, so I think Matt is going to be consistent all cycle. QB will be too, but I think Matt's going to sneak in one more than QB.
All right, that's the smartest guy in the room, though. He's going to get better, too. I know he has a lot of things on his plate, but, he knows the game. He was a QB once time in his, young career. So, I think that'll be a challenge in the division. All right, let's move to the North, NFC North. Oh, this is going to be a tough one. We got Meats, 13-2, Vikings, 9-5, Bears, 4-10, and myself, 3-12. I have Meats winning 6. I got Gouda winning 2, and that's what I have. What do you have?
So you're even going to tank on the show too?
No, I'm just doing the truth. I don't think playing Meats. This game is picture perfect for him. I think passing wise and running wise. But I was going to give myself one, but I don't want to give myself credit when I'm the worst in the division right now. But hey, maybe I can get one from Meats and take it down to 5. But what do you think? Overall.
So I think just overall, this is a underrated division. Meats, of course, is Meats. I didn't think this game would fit him because you cannot scramble. I mean, a little bit, not like you used to be able to. Gouda is really that team's going to get old fast and retire quick and
that's what I think
regress.
Too.
Yep, and then Biz, that team should be like I was saying the Jets and the Giants, teams like that, where they should only get better. And then you, of course, I wouldn't like. Even said it in chat earlier. I wouldn't be surprised if you won 13 games next season, Paulie. I don't know what to expect from you.
I'm aiming for 10. Personally, I want 10. Okay. I want a slow progression. Seriously, yesterday's game versus Monty took a lot of wind out of my sails. I swear to God, I was down 14-0, and he played. He's better than I thought he was, actually, to tell you the truth.
Who, Monty?
Yeah.
Well, I think he was better last cycle, but I mean, who knows? Anyway, I think Meats will win 3-4, 4 tops. I think Gouda's going to get 1 or 2 in there, and I think Biz could sneak 1, and then you're going to be the other one too. I think Meats, of course, is going to win the most, and I think the rest of you guys are going to fight for the other ones.
Yeah.
And then I think any of you could hit wild cards any season from here on out.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. We'll see how the season goes and how many more updates EA ruins the game. If they take out Freeform, I think it'll be a lot better. There's no temptation.
Yeah, for sure. I would be all right with that.
Okay, NFC South. Currently, we have the Buccaneers and Snoopy at 10-4. We have the Saints 9-6 and Dom. The Panthers, a guy just played 8-7, and the Falcons and Dump at 7-7. Wow, he's a lot like he was last year, but now he's just not losing to me anymore. 7-7. So, okay, my prediction for this cycle here, I have, let's see, D-Muse with 2. I have Dump with 1, and I have the Bucks with 5. So that's my prediction for the cycle. So what do you think about this division?
I think Snoopy is going to is going to win 4. I think Dump will win a couple, and then the other one or two will be mixed in between Dom and it's Monty, right?
Yeah, Monty.
Yeah. I was trying to remember who was the Panthers.
I know it's hard. First season, it's hard. Yeah, that's good. That I agree with that. I think Snoopy's ahead of the class, but you've noticed, since one thing with Washington and where Dump and Matt live, there's not much going on, and they're very active now, and I think that will help Dump be more active in the game and get better. Because last season he got waxed by a 42-year-old me.
Well,
most of the times,
yeah.
but. I think that's going to help him because he has a lot more time. There's not much. What's there to do in Washington? Like 9 feet of snow every day in the winter, right?
That's true. Also, good news for you. High school football's wrapping up here pretty soon,
Yes,
correct? Next month or
December
so?
1st is Super Bowl
Just a-
for us. So
okay. And then Dump, of course, what, January is in, pretty much finishes out for them.
yeah, his team's pretty good. What I'm worried about Dump is I want the old Dump back. I want the edgy Dump, like going at because I thought him and Snoopy were going to be a great rivalry. But so far, it's been kind of a tickle fest. I know you remember when they went at it last year, and this is going to be great. I thought it was going to be the best rivalry of the cycle, but Dump only only went after me so far when I said put things up and put him down, but which he
I've
didn't
seen
know.
that. I watched the whole thing.
But he didn't notice. I don't think he knew that I was a strength conditioning coach, first job out of college. I don't think he knows all that. I was just joking around with him. But hey, Dump's Dump. I love him. He's a big, lovable teddy bear. And I like the way he goes at. I hope he can make that a rivalry with Snoopy because I think could be a good one.
Yeah, so him and Monty have gone at it a couple times this cycle, but like it always ends up in like, oh man, it's okay. We were
Yeah,
just playing.
Monty's
I love
too nice
you.
for that, I think. You know?
Yeah. I got you. I think Dump's focus. I think he's frustrated with where he was in the team selection, and he's trying to make sure he makes up for that before he gets into any kind of shenanigans like that this year.
Yeah, hey, and he's in a perfect place, man. Like I said, Washington, he probably has a lot more time on his hands. He's too old to go in the college atmosphere, and there's probably not much else around in the winter. So it's good. So I'm looking good things out of Dump. Now let's see, next division here, NFC East. We got the Eagles 10-5. Ooh, that's Woods. What the hell? We got the Commanders 7-7, Cowboys, Grams 5-10, and yourself, same record as me, 3-11. This division, it's interesting. I got I got Eagles winning 3 early. Then I got Doink Face at 5. Okay, and then I got everybody else at 0. What do you think? Sorry, Tiny, but like I said, I tell the truth. Go ahead.
Oh no, it's fine, dude. I totally get it. I don't know. This division is real tough. I'm not just saying that just because I'm in it.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Grams, we play close no matter what. I can be 1-14 when we play, or he could be the other way around, and we'll play a close game. Woods and I, we typically have played pretty close, but he's had me here lately. And then Doink, he beat the crap out of me the other day, but our first game was really good.
Mm-hmm.
So team-wise, I think Doink is set up the best, obviously, with the way that defensive line is, and he's getting Howell debbed up, which I don't think many people talked about could be done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking he's going to be all right with him. And then Woods is always he's always that guy that, like, in a race, like, I know you don't watch racing or anything, but in a race, he's always finishing 4th out of, like, 40 people. You know what I mean? It's like he's never wins, but he's always right there. And it's like, I feel like that's how he's going to do with this. He'll win probably half of these division titles, and then so let's do this. He wins 3, Doink wins 3. One of us, probably Grams, sneaks in 1 somewhere in there.
That's fair. I'll take that. If Grams comes back from his yacht, maybe he'll sneak in 1, but we'll see. Last division, NFC West. We got 49ers 12-2, Cardinals 12-2, Seahawks Coop 3-11, and my boy KJ at 1-14. This division, the West, I got a dead split. I got 4-4, 49ers and Cardinals. I think they win 4 each. So far, this rivalry's been kind of quiet, and it's been, hey, good job, I respect you. Kind of boring. I expected more from this rivalry too, But what do you think?
I think it'll get a little more feisty here the further we go along.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to say Dan gets 5,
Okay.
and Q gets 3. This might be biased just on what I was just saying. Which, hey, Q might have ended up winning that game against Snoppy. A few minutes ago. I don't know, but whenever I left, it was looking pretty rough for Q. But you just know Dan's going to be consistent. The game changes, he'll change.
Yep.
All that stuff, etc. So
He knows the game.
Yep. And so Dan's going to always keep working at it. Q's going to be good. He's just good on the sticks in general.
He is.
But just Dan knows the game, like we said. So I feel like he's got the edge. So I'll give him 5 and a Q3.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that cold-heartedly. And Tiny, I know you have a big game coming up. I want to thank you for being on the first DaTruth of the new cycle, and hopefully you can be on again, maybe after a championship or not. But good luck versus Prime, and thanks for coming on, buddy.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it, brother.
All right, man. Good luck. Good luck. All right, guys. So I usually have usually right now I just go to I go to either the standings or I do something. I did that with Tiny. I usually go to water cooler talk, the hard hitting subject that everybody wants to hear for the boys, right? But I'm gonna introduce I want to see how this works. It's a new segment of the show where I just cold call a random SML member and see if they pick up. And if they don't pick up, I'll try up to 5. Okay, and I just ask them random questions, right? And I think I'm gonna call this, this part of the show. I'm gonna call
What's up, bro?
So it's gonna be called "What's Up, Bro." So let's see. First one on my list. Let's see if we can call this guy here, and I'm not gonna say who it is until he answers. Okay, let's see if I'm able to do this. First of all, right, here we go. Start. Let's see. See if he picks up. Let's see. Hello.
What's up?
Hey, hold on a second. Ready?
What's up,
Yeah.
bro?
What's up, bro? The new segment of the show. What's up, bro? First person on the list, Prime. How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing great. Wow. Long time listener, first time receiver, I guess.
How you doing? What are you doing right now? Anything special?
I'm steaming my t-shirt for work tomorrow, actually.
Wait, was Prime doesn't do that for you?
We make her do other things, but that's for the late night
Hey,
show.
this is a kid show.
This is a kid show. This is a kid show.
So, how was your day today? How was work day? What'd you eat for lunch?
What did I eat for? I actually skipped lunch, but I did have a steak taco dinner. Drank a chocolate milk after, drank a V8 juice after that, and I'm getting ready to play Tiny tonight.
Good. Well, what times did that Q end up winning? We were on, the show. Did he end up winning or losing? Do you know?
Oh, QP got murdered by Clinky. Wasn't even close.
Snoopy coming out swinging, huh? Was Faz there? Was he anywhere in Philadelphia area or no?
Well, we're not confirming or denying. We're putting security systems in his house just to make sure that no funny business happens, if you know what I mean.
Got it. So, Prime, are you gonna make the season boring? Are you gonna make the cycle boring for everybody else? Like right now, it's like the AFC. It's like you and then everybody else. And I spoke about it earlier in the show that this cycle is special for you. Okay, because you really dedicated to this cycle and you really want to win maybe 6, 8, all of them, right? Is that true?
Yeah, it is, and I am going to make it boring. And the reason for that is last cycle I learned that too many people liked me, and kind of like the Kobe Bryant or Tom Brady effect.
Mm-hmm.
If too much people like you, that probably means you're slipping a little bit. So I have to make sure, hey, more people's going to hate me, and by that means I'm probably going to start winning some more. So that's the goal.
Wow, that's good. So what do you expect tonight from Tiny? You expect a game, or are you just going to blow his ass out? What's going to happen?
It's not going to be close. I'm going to try to be cute and win by 17, just because Ryan Tannehill is his favorite player, and I'm going to try to pull that off. But I might get a little aggressive and win by like Chris Johnson. I think he was 28.
Wow, that's words coming from the GOAT. He did not expect to be on the show. Again, this is a new segment of the show called What's Up, Bro? And, obviously Prime's a bro. And Prime, every cycle I always come up with a new click, a new team, maybe, something that's not seen. So today I'm going to expose with you now something that I've been thinking about. And there's a couple in here. One guy's really smart, and the other guy just talks a lot, is not really smart. Right? And so when you go through your cartoons in your head, there's only one cartoon this is. And the couple is Faz. He's really smart, right? When it comes to Madden, he's a good athlete.
Yeah.
Knows the game. He's not doing too well this year with you, but otherwise he's pretty good. And then we got the big mouth who rides the coattails, who does everything he says, washes his clothes, does all the dirty work in the league, goes at people for him, talks a lot, but doesn't even know, that a certain GOAT went undefeated, so that being said, it's Faz and Fins.
Fins.
Canadian, yes.
Yes.
That's the new tag team because it's been there a while. You notice in all the streams, I know you noticed it, right? Where he just, oh Faz, what's next? What do you want me to do? Like, can I do your laundry? That's the case.
Yeah.
But you've noticed it, right?
100%. He spit shines Faz's hair. Faz rubs his hamstrings. I've seen it. I've noticed it, and I think that Faz is using Fins. Faz is using Fins.
Oh, without a doubt, and Fins likes it too, because like I mentioned earlier in the show, he's the kind of guy in high school who used to be best friends with a star player. And when the star player made a hit in the field, he'd get up to the guy where he hit and be like, "Hey, yeah," and then with the guy to get up, he'd get behind the guy again. Hey, protect me, that kind of guy.
Yeah.
But
Yep,
all right.
yep.
So we're going to get to the name here, and this, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but if you don't, I'm going to play the theme music, and then we'll react. This is perfectly what I think of that relationship and that duo.
Gee, Ray, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
The Pinky and the Brain, yes, Pinky and the Brain. One is a genius, the other's insane. They're laboratory mice, their genes have been spiced. They're Pinky and the Brain.
So, do you ever seen that show?
Yeah, I have. Yes.
I mean, is it not just there? I didn't even have to think about it.
It's creative. I'm proud of you. I don't know how old that is. Maybe you're dating yourself a little bit, but
Pinky and the Brain, I think it was. I don't know, maybe, but I think Dan and everything. Oh no, they'll know. But it was a pretty popular show. But Pinky, was the guy that did everything Brain wanted. So I think it's a perfect combo.
I think it's a great duo, and I think the past. Like the Bushwhackers and the duos before, they'll have a falling out.
Yeah, the Snoopy and Charlie Brown. Oh, that was a powerful one. So
that was a good one.
All right, Faz. Faz.
Whoa!
Faz is in that duo. That's what I meant to say. All right, so You're getting ready for a big game. Tiny's, he's DMing me right now as I get Prime. I'm ready for his ass. So good luck in the game. This is What's Up, Bro segment of the show. Next week will be somebody else, or the next show will be somebody else. But Prime, good luck. Thanks for coming on Cold Call.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
All right, man. Good luck. All right, guys. The truth is out. Long show. We love you. Have a great season. Paulie will be back to 500 soon enough. Rest your little hearts. I really love you. All care about me, but we out.
The truth.